match, first to 5. He's like, I will not accept anyone except for acola and MKLeo. And I was like,
bet.
All right, bet, acola. He's here from Japan. He doesn't get to travel out too often. But they got one match before. Spargo took it. But now this is a first to 5. And acola's adaptation, something I really wanted to ask him about in the interviews, is how he adapts in these longer matches, these best of 5s. And we want to see that. But right now, we're going to see the first match. And we're already starting off with some parries. That's how you know it's going to be a good match, when you see the early parries.
You know, it's funny. I was actually listening on, I think it was Last and Spargo talking before this. They were like kind of joking, like, yo, you're going to go Pyro or are you going to go Plan? I'm like, Plan? And so maybe we see that, but I'd love to see that personally, but we probably won't. Pyro Mithra play right now. Dare to forward smash. Holy moly. Explosive kick. And these are two of the best players in the world. I think number 2 and number 3, right?
Number 2 and number 3 from the old rank.
Yeah.
But in this tournament, right now, they are seeded number 1 and number 2.
Yeah. And
Spargo taking the first stock.
Yeah.
I mean, getting nice confirms already. It seems like Spargo has gotten a feel for where acola's gonna like hide in these defensive options, and I'm really liking how he's taking advantage of these risks that acola is taking in the corner, because you gotta sometimes take a couple risks to get out of the corner. But Spargo is making a huge waves every single time he sees them. But we're still at the early part of the game. We still have wood blocks. We haven't run out of those, and we don't have a diamond yet. So I want to see if acola is able to make something different happen once those factors come into play, Telmo.
Yeah, and so far it looks like Spargo's done a very good job of just keeping him away from the crafting table, let alone giving him not enough time to mine. Tries to throw out that up smash. Great punish. On point there for Spargo. He takes the second stock, and he's going to have to settle for a cobblestone tool.
Yeah, we have not seen the diamond or any time at all already, but this is where I was talking about the different stages of the match. We see stone blocks out, and Mithra has such a hard time breaking these stone blocks, and we definitely got a lot more energy, a lot more juice in that mining from just the power of the stone blocks blocking off Spargo. But that time, acola a little bit too aggressive with his positioning, and now Spargo might make him pay for that.
Yeah, we'll see where the adaptations come into play for acola as this game goes on, but it looks like he's just making his airspace well contested, and Spargo trying to take this. Oh my god, forward smash takes the first game.
Whipped up smashes from acola, a move that is so committal when you're doing it on the ground, and Spargo was like, free stocks? We take free stocks. Hey,
yeah,
give me that free money. You know, $250. Let me see it. So I like to see so far how Spargo's doing. But acola's kind of a master of adaptation. I don't know.
We talked about this.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see acola, completely turn it around in just a couple games. So let's see how he does. Let's not count acola out yet, but that was a 3 stock, Telmo. 3 stocks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super surprised. I think you and I talked about this a little bit off camera, but a lot of these sets with acola, they were like, blowout first game, and the next games are all close, go back and forth, and when it comes to clutch time, the last game situation, 3 stock.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm expecting. Part of me is expecting that, but Spargo might just be him right now.
Yeah, and also I want to note, something that we didn't really say anything about is this is Aegis. This is not the Cloud.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, do you think he's saving the Cloud for bracket, or do you think this is his actual pick?
That's a good question. I mean, my guess is that he wants to save the Cloud for if they face off in bracket. Like you said, they are the number 1 and 2 seeds, so that could be grand finals. You want to make as much. You want to save as much information as you possibly can. And it's great for them to have accepted this in the first place with that knowledge.
Well, no, they accepted long before the seeds were releasing. They were
true.
like, remember, like I said, the match was slated for months and months and months, but already we see a different game plan here. Spargo a little bit more behind, catching with that forward air, making this minecart look silly, but doesn't get a punish on the forward smash. Hugely laggy move, but we already have the first diamond on in the inventory, which is something we didn't see at all in the previous game. It is a much more even match here.
Interesting that he chose to go for more materials instead of trying to craft the diamond. He's going to have his opportunity here as he sends Spargo into the blast zone with that minecart. There we go. Diamond tools finally, and he can use this to definitely snowball this lead if he can stay alive. 105, I mean, you know, Pyra can definitely kill, and you see Spargo trying to find reversals with that down air, but on the flip side, Aula can definitely make a huge lead out of this. Oh no.
Back to the stage. But yeah, we saw Aula waiting to build that, oh, okay. He missed the stock early there, but he was waiting to build that diamond until he had the second one queued up. And when you die off the top against Steve, it's actually a huge factor because when you get the star KO, it just makes it a lot, you know, it gives them so much more time. They just get to get rid of all of their bad materials, get new good ones, and get a second diamond. Like, it's massive. But, you know, he's up a full stock, and we see definitely a little bit of a reversal of the first game. Not quite a 3 stock, but, oh man, this is looking a lot more favored for Aula as Spargo gets a couple combos. He's already switched to Pyra. Oh, tried to get a jab block, but faced the wrong direction. Could have been huge there.
Okay, and okay, they're trying to chase each other. And
Spargo is all over Aula right now with this Pyra, which is so rare. Normally, it's the Mithra you see with a chase down, but every hit is so close on Aula's back, Talmo.
What I'm really liking from Spargo is how he's dealing with minecart. Instead of trying to contest the minecart directly, he's just letting the sword do all the work for him, and he's gotten really, not lucky, but he's been really accurate at contesting the minecart with his forward air or back air, and big sword of Pyra definitely is going to play a factor here as he evens it up, gets rid of the crafting table. Okay, gold tools now for Aula.
Yeah, the gentleman's there, one of the strongest in the game, if I recall correctly, but it's very difficult for Steve to get out of the corner, it feels like, right now, as the way Spargo's playing is just so incredible. But it's even with the ceiling tech, it was just like, all right, I have gold tools, I can keep comboing through that. And now, lighting up with a couple combos, we have yet to see a minecart grab out of Aula. Spargo has been successfully evading all of those, but now this is the time to set up. Almost has the diamond tools. Oh, that almost got the pull down hit, which might have spelled the death of Aula.
Yeah, high percent here for Spargo. He's in a little bit of trouble. Chasing there, and I actually don't know who. Okay, okay. Of course, it was Spargo, and Aula takes that first game.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit unsurprising, like we were talking about. Aula's ability to adapt really came into play there. I mean, it was same stage, but a 3 stock to a win. Like, that's not something you see every day. Usually when you get 3 stocked in the first game, you don't win the second game. So neither of us were really surprised, I think, that Aula was able to adapt so quickly, but let's see if Spargo has that counter adaptation. The thing I like to talk about with top players is they've got levels. You know, there's level 1 where you play in the first game, but then, you know, as you progress through a long set, and this is a first of 5 people, this is the longest of sets, you see many layers of adaptation, and we are not going to see any changes in the stage as we just see a good starting off combo. And man, he has used a lot of Pyra this set. What do you think about this usage of Pyra, Salmo?
I think it makes a lot of sense, especially when you've got Aula at kill percent. Just in general, Pyra with huge kill potential, obviously, huge hitboxes, and he's got a decent amount of mileage on the Mithra, and right now this lead is squarely in. He carried that. Wow.
That. Did he know?
Did he know? That's a great question.
I don't think he knew, but maybe he did. Maybe he did. Number 2 in the world potentially. He probably knew. He probably did.
Yeah. Okay. And up air into back air to secure the stock.
That was a forward air.
A forward air. Sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. They look very similar. But it was a really nice job. Once again, you're talking about how he's using Pyra to contest the minecart. I think that's a very important point. When you use the minecart out of the corner, you usually have like an ability to get through whatever hitbox they're going for. But when you play a character like Sephiroth or Pyra, you have that huge sweeping hitbox that is able to really contest basically any angle they can try to come out, even if they jump out of it. He is always ready with his Pyra, but once again, he's all over Aula right now. Spargo is playing hot, and not just his sword, Talmo.
Yeah, and honestly, Aula is looking a little lost. Ooh, a straight hit there. He's gotten so many conversions off of that. Nice little turnaround grab. Grab to deal a bunch of damage, and tries to go for the trump. A little too early for that. He's going to find it.
Detect it! Wow, what an incredible positioning. It goes for a down smash read. Interesting choice there while Aula was on the platform and trying to Electra out of the corner. Gets eaten alive by the forward. So now we see a complete like repeat of the first game. This is exactly how Spargo looked in the first one. And then, you know, Aula just turned it around, and now Spargo's like, yeah, but we back, baby.
We back. And it's interesting that he went for, I think he might have gone for the nil on the up B there to like that's how he got killed. But
Yeah.
Aula now, yeah, the counter adaptations are insane for Spargo, and this is just going so fast. It's kind of hard to keep up, to be honest. And Pyra trying to go for the down air, gets the trump that time. Okay.
I like the trump into down air. That's a really cool option. And the forwarder almost going to get the stock. We just need one more. Goes for the up B ledge trump, but Aula is able to barely make it away with his life. But yeah. Another up smash. And I feel like that was a misinput. Maybe he was going for a jump read, but normally in that position, that seems like such a greedy option that's unusual for Aula. I feel like that maybe wasn't up tilt, but it's hard to say. I mean, you never really know when top players are up tilting, or sorry, are misinputting, because it feels like it could have been a next level read right there. But
right, I would imagine that he was maybe thinking that it was a jump in.
Yeah.
I mean, Spargo was throwing out a lot of aerials there, and it was a scramble situation, but great punish, very obvious punish there for Spargo, and picks that up. It's going to be 2-1.
Yeah. Once again, though, like another 3 stock, it really just feels like Aula is just inches away from winning the game, which is weird to say because we saw last time in the second game what happened when Aula was able to get diamond. I feel like that ability to just have a little tiny bit of extra time to mine was a huge advantage, and we are going to see a slight change of pace here on the stage. A double dash attack already starting off with a lead, and I'm wondering if this is going to be the change up that Aula needs. And throws into the with the minecart into the TNT, but unfortunately was on the activation thing was on the other side, so the minecart did not activate it.
Yeah, and this is kind of the game plan here for a lot of Mithras, trying to get early damage going on. Lots of combo potential, obviously, for Mithra. And right now, kind of even. Ray of Punishment comes through.
Got to be careful when up tilting on shield with just the wood tools. You are able to punish that with a Mithra up B. And okay, that little hit of the second minecart is really actually important because it allows just that tiny bit of extra time to get the mining, and that's enough to get the diamond ready for the next stock. And we see a forward throw. Does hit the platform, but yeah, no. Smart not teching there, because if you teched, Spargo was probably ready with an F smash.
Yep.
Oh! Neither player dies with that DBZ moment. And I do believe that is a second, maybe that's a second diamond queued up. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, he's got Iron Tools right now, so he's going to try. I have no idea why he's trying to build. I guess he's finding a second diamond. Okay.
Yeah, second diamond is ready, which is actually a pretty big deal when you had a situation where Spargo did not let him get any diamonds at all in the previous game. And we're seeing, exactly like I said, the huge differential between when there's a diamond and when there is not. And okay, big punish here. Doesn't catch the tech in place that he was looking for, but jab out of shield instead of an up tilt. Really interesting option that I feel like was, a slight mistake from Aula, but now it seems like Spargo is fighting his way back into the match. But when the diamonds are ready, it's definitely a different game. But there's 2 in the bank, not 1 built.
Yep, and right now Spargo doing a very good job of denying the crafting table from Aula. Even when he's near it, he's not giving him enough time. But there it is, finally, and the diamond tools are out. Second diamond in reserve, as you mentioned, and lots of pressure coming in for Spargo, but Aula finally going to get a chance to just walk away in mine. Okay, punish here. Double dare? Okay, not quite.
I double dare you. He tries to go for the forward smash. That move is not punishable on shield. People do not try to punish it. And, okay, just using the anvil, using the minecart in a little bit more careful way. Spargo was almost ready for it, but yeah, does block off with the cave. Finally, the back air takes it and destroys the crafting table. Aula had the diamond, but it didn't matter, and pushes away. Denial of the diamond craft once again. This is something that Aula is going to have to find a way to deal with, as Spargo has been so creative in his just neutral play, blocking this crafting table. Look at this. Look at this. He's camping it.
Even when... Oh, wait, hold on. Switch back. Tries to go for an edge guard. Back. Nice parry. Defense here on point for Spargo. And he's just keeping him trapped in the air. Not enough iron for the anvil to come out. He's broke. He's got no iron. Hold on. This might be a kill. No, he drops it.
Yeah, that was probably supposed to be a jump first, but does tech on the block. And here is the jab once again. Spargo has Aula trapped in the corner. And it's looking like this game 5 goes to Spargo. And if this was a normal set, it would be all over.
Yeah.
First to 5. Aula stood up. He thought it was over. But, it's a first to 5. They know there's still more matches to be played. And, wow, I'm impressed of the showing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. And you could tell it was starting to frustrate Aula at the end there when he was trying to go for anvil and it just wasn't coming out because he didn't have enough iron. And
I mean,
like he went for like twice or three times.
Technique, I think.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
okay.
He was stalling in the air, so that changes your fall speed. It'll like stop you for a sec. When you use the empty anvil. That's something.
Does he do that even when he has? Does it stall like that even when there's iron?
Okay. It stalls like that when you can't use an anvil. So when there's an anvil already out, or you don't have any iron. Either way.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting tech, actually. I didn't think about that, but here we go. Game 5 between Spargo and acola. So far, it's been mostly Spargo, and I think we just have to keep talking about this resource denial that Spargo has been executing on.
By the way, production, if we could change up in the top, yeah, thank you. I know it says it said best of 5, but it is actually a first of 5, so best of 9. We'll be editing that soon. I apologize. But right now, this is looking a little bit closer. But once again, we saw at the beginning of the game last time, acola had so much of a lead, and then Spargo, with his resource denial, with his ability to somehow stop acola from ever building the diamonds he already had built up. That is not something we normally see. Oh, just spacing outside of that.
Yeah, not very often we see acola have to settle for wooden tools, but have to craft that. That minecart is going to send Spargo into the blast zone. Forward smash on the three tall. Yeah, very wishful thinking there for Spargo.
Definitely, we've seen a couple aggressive forward smashes, looking like he's eager to end this set. But still, acola is not making that easy for him. Almost has the second diamond queued up, only a couple mines away. But nice fake out of the edge cancel. Still got the hitbox, and a little bit dangerous though. I mean, running right into Spargo, who's throwing out hitboxes left and right. Oh, and catches the minecart, and he dies for it. Wow.
The ways
just
that
on the edge.
The ways that Spargo has been dealing with minecart are just really impressive. Timing, the reads on when acola wants to use the minecart, but it doesn't matter. acola with the spike diamond tools gonna put in the work.
Yeah, and now the diamond tools are built. This is something that we saw denied almost the entirety of the previous game, but now acola has them ready, has them queued up, and we're gonna see if he can fight with Spargo on even footing now that he's got his good tools.
Yeah, man. I mean, they do break eventually, but do you have enough time for that is the question. Spargo gonna buy himself some time. acola on the ledge.
God, he's all over acola.
You have to be. You have to be aggressive against Steve when you've got him off stage, and gotta be careful though.
Okay, yeah, just building up a little bit of materials, but still nowhere near the next diamond. Has to be careful here because he's about to lose his stock to another big hit. And again, these minecarts are getting called out so hard. Oh, and he spot dodges the minecart there. And an amazing down smash. acola on base tools once again and has to make something big happen here. Or Spargo is going to do what he kept doing and run all over him.
Yeah, and you see he's actually staying the pyro on this early percentage. He doesn't really care. He's just talking about getting that damage down, blazing end as acola mines some more. No diamond on deck for him just yet. The crafting table so far away. He's going to go for it. Oh my God.
Oh no.
Finally, he hasn't really been hit by that much.
Oh. Yeah, it was not enough to get anything more than backer, and I forgot there was no diamond tools out.
Yeah.
But, okay, we're almost at the diamond tools. Once again, here's the diamond build, but queued up, but he cannot build it.
Now
he doesn't have the space.
This is absolutely pivotal for the momentum of the set. If Spargo can deny him enough to secure the stock and go up 4-1, it might all be but over, barring a giant comeback from acola. acola mining desperately. I don't know what for. He's going to take that? No, he does take it. Wow. The powered minecart taking it. After all that, he didn't even need the diamond tools.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole game was played around that option of going for the diamond tools, and then acola was, just baiting it. He was baiting him the entire time. It was just, oh, you want to come to this crafting table? I'm gonna build it. No, minecart. And the minecarts that acola had been doing earlier had been really high minecarts. Trying to use them to get out of disadvantage, and that one was just a neutral minecart. It was something that was, trying to fish for an aggressive option out of Spargo, and caught him with the powered rails just enough to get that kill. And all right, 2-3. Now acola down. Just one game, and we've seen his ability to come back, and I'm not surprised we saw him take another game. But man, Spargo is playing. It really feels like if you give Spargo anything he wants, he's gonna run with it for so long.
Yeah, and now this set is, I think, totally up in the air, which is what I think a lot of people predicted. 3-2. I think that's pretty normal for what people thought. Somebody said it was gonna be 5-0, and I just want to say I don't know what they were thinking, but 3-2. I mean,
do we know what Spargo said?
I don't remember what Spargo
Okay.
said. I wasn't listening to be honest with you.
It's really hard for us to hear the interviews while we're up here because the way the sound works in this room. But right now, Spargo is doing good pressure in the corner, and goes for an aggressive. Oh, you dead, right? No. Wow.
No.
Okay, wasn't that a regrab?
I thought so, and I thought he was going to get spiked by that down air, but obviously not. He may know something we don't.
Yeah.
That's why he's down there and we're up here. Spargo going to get fourth throw off stage. Huge first stock for Spargo. Can he convert, though, before Aula finds his way back and makes a comeback possibly happen? Can't say never with Steve. Promise vote should kill off the top, and that's going to be the first stock going Spargo's way yet again.
Yeah, a little misspacing on that down smash ledge trap. That's one where usually when they neutral get up, both sides of the down smash hit the shield, but that time he was just a little bit to the right and a little bit too early, and Spargo was ready to punish. Smart move there, and now let's see how Aula makes up this differential. He has no iron, no diamond, no gold. Finally getting something up, and you know it's interesting when he throws that blazing end. It feels like every time that Spargo throws that blazing end out, Aula's like thank you and uses the time to mine. He doesn't do anything else. He's like, all right, I have a brief respite. I have just enough time to get a little bit out there, and does rebuild those tools. They were broken for a second. Diamond is ready, but it's not going to be built probably this stock.
Does he get bait? Okay, foresight. We actually didn't see a lot of foresights coming out just yet, but Aula going to take that to the bank. And there's a dirt block.
Spot touch, 3.
It's 3 of them. Go for 4. Why not? 5. Live your dreams, young king.
Could be a big combo here, but nice smash DI away. Aula was not able to follow up in time, and that time mixed it up, smash DI'd in. Okay, good defensive counterplay, but it doesn't seem to matter as Aula is just defensive in the corner, but the blocks saved him from the spike. Oh man,
wait,
hate
hold
to
on.
see it happen.
I'm actually not sure what just happened because normally we see the blocks play so that he gets spiked if he gets into them, but it seemed like he purposely put them there to save Aula, or to save Spargo.
So what he did was he was blocking Aula from going low, and then with the blocks that were placed there, Spargo wasn't able to go below the stage and then come in, but he just was able to. I mean, that time it just set up in the wrong position, where the option he chose didn't get the kill. Unfortunate. That's one of the rare times where you get the spike hitbox and you don't actually want it. You wanted the hitbox. Okay. But up throw probably gets the stock here, and this might be time to build up another diamond and have another one in queue. Here it is, second diamond in queue.
Fourth throw?
Yeah, it doesn't hit the block though. He goes low. Spargo guessing high. Parry, forward tilt. We're on.
That was so
stock.
clean,
Does he push him away?
Spargo.
Okay, this is the counterplay to what Spargo was doing. Normally when you run in, you try to push him off that. Spargo was just like, all right, you're going to run at me. I'm going to jab you. I'm invincible. What do you got?
Bread and butter combo here from Aula. He gets, I think he denied it. Yeah, he denied it.
Wow. Forcing Aula into shield, and now Spargo is all over him. He's been using this advantage state so well, denying this diamond. The diamond denier as Spargo finally gets a parry, but the parry is returned.
Parry God is Spargo. He's chasing him with these up airs, being super annoying. And this might do, no, okay. Blazing end off stage.
Not gonna kill.
He's been in the air. He's been in the air for so
long.
long.
That's the last iron. Jab check into grab. Spargo is ready for all of Aula's defensive options. It's the Pyra in the corner. It's so terrifying, and we're still on wood tools that are about to break.
Does he try to bait him again?
Built.
He's got it. Okay. Does he even need them? He needs them that time. The forward smash not going to kill.
What is the setup here? Just goes for
no.
Yeah,
okay.
Nothing too big. Oh, is he dead? Oh, but he just lands back. He just
amazing recovery there from Spargo. The blazing end goes absolutely nowhere thanks to the iron block. He tried to bait him there for the minecart back air. Can he get a grab? Nope. Both players
shield is
reset
low.
Back. That's going to do it. The up smash is going to take it, and we've got an even set.
Wow. After all of that, Aula finds, I think, one of his first up smashes out of shields of the entire set. I think that might have been the only one I've seen. So many lift up smashes in games 1, 2, and 3, but that one was just enough, and now we're 3-3. 2 games needed for either side, and I couldn't have asked for anything better for this match.
This just became a best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, best of 5. All they need is 2 more matches to win. And yeah, we're doing well here. 3-3. Oh, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you like this Genesis pre-show. And I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, because... Whoa!
Wait, hold on. Byleth?
Byleth? Did I do my eyes to see me?
Is this an homage right here?
Spargo has played a lot of Byleth. He does really like this character, and I think he played it a lot online to try to understand how to beat Leo's Byleth, and you know, it definitely worked. But now we're seeing him use it against acola, one of the best players in the world. I'm wondering if he's, like I said, you know, that Cloud, maybe he's still saving it for Bracket, doesn't want to use it, but has lost a little bit of faith in Aegis because, wow, this Byleth is hitting, and it's hitting hard, Telmo.
That felt personal when he went for that down air on the crafting block. He's like, get that out of here. Oh, he's trying to go for it all. He's trying to end acola. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
The tech there.
I don't know why anybody would think he was dead there. That is just normal Steve stuff every day.
Yeah, of course. Steve, the only character in the game with Brawl Meta Knight gliding.
Yep. Okay, nice. And okay, going a little bit high that time. An earlier minecart, not going to be hit by the side B from Byleth. And we see the minecart coming, but obviously Spargo well prepared for that. And Harry's on deck, trying to force out options for acola, and does get that anvil out of disadvantage here. And oh, down smash could be big.
Yeah, this could be an edge guard. Fortunately,
oh wow,
good discipline right there from Spargo.
Yeah, didn't get the normal dodge he was looking for on the TNT, and Spargo not dying. Probably gonna tech this. No, besides, was that untechable? No, there's no way.
I didn't see the sparks, but okay. 2-2, still high percent on the second stock for acola. Up, down smash.
That one was untechable for
sure.
Yeah. And okay, one way of getting it early, and let's see if he can build the diamond in time. It does not. So now, once again, acola denied the diamond. Spargo is fighting to make sure that stays the case for a long time. But acola is comboing and finishing his combos with down smash. That's something that a lot of Steves have talked about doing against Cloud, that finishing those combos with down smash, because it's so hard for him to get back vertically. But he's using it against Byleth, and Byleth has a little bit less of a problem getting back to the stage vertically. So not surprised that Spargo hasn't been phased by it, but no pun intended.
Back hit of the Nair into the dash attack, and acola just content to keep mining. Spargo gonna find a nice conversion there. Good movement from Spargo to avoid that, but couldn't avoid the minecart. Now we sent off stage, sends an arrow acola's way.
And acola having a hard time finding the skills. Spargo has been so evasive this set, this match, and we're seeing just the creativity of the movement options that Spargo has on deck. And oh yeah, untechable once again. The anvil onto the block, and now we are just one big Steve combo away from an even game. But
yeah,
if Spargo has anything to say about it, he's not going to get hit by anything.
Well, Diamond Tools do a ton of damage. Spargo playing the somewhat patient game, trying to space these aerials out so they're safe on landing. And oh, if he gets a catch here, it could be huge. If that was an up air, it would have definitely killed. He's almost at 150%. He's trying to find a kill here, and he finds it with the forward tilt. Okay.
And okay, four games for Spargo. One more to take the set with the Byleth, a creative option versus acola, which acola really felt like he had figured a little bit out about the Pyro Mythra matchup. It was still pretty close. It was still very close, so I'm surprised there was a switch that occurred. But you know, sometimes you know what you need, and Spargo, he found out what he needed, and it was that Byleth. Let's see if there's any changes on the other side. No,
switch to Alex.
It is, yeah, it's just an Alex switch for acola, who goes into this game. Was it game 8 now? Yeah.
This is game 8. Yeah, and my apologies earlier. I said it was a best of 5. It's actually a best of 3. If Spargo wins this, it is over. acola needs 2 more wins to secure the show match and the $250. And honestly, at this point, first of all, I've never commentated a set this high level before with 2 players playing like characters like this, and
few people have, Telmo.
Yeah, this is really impressive to watch. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm learning so much just by watching these 2 play as they get into it on Pokemon Stadium 2.
I'm just happy to be a part of it, but right now, acola is gonna have to find his way out of the corner. He's being creative with these block placements, a little bit of creative move involved, and oh, he was going for a footstool out of shield there, trying to get the footstool anvil, but was interrupted by Spargo, and yeah, Spargo gonna do some nice stalling. And wow, I have not seen that hitbox on the
there was so much that just went on there. I'm not even sure exactly what I just watched. It ended up with a Spargo stock there. acola kind of bewildered by that. I'm bewildered by that.
Yeah, I've never seen that hitbox on down smash. It was really interesting. But yeah,
the footstool there.
footstool out of the, I think that was footstool off the ledge. I've not seen that one super often, but okay, this could be a big combo. No, goes for the sword fair, which does not combo, but okay, now we have big combos once again. acola making it happen here, and like we said, acola, one of the best players in the game at adaptation, so I'm not surprised to see this game going a lot more in his favor once he's figured out the Byleth, but, you know, will it be enough as Spargo is hunting and he's getting the early kill, 78% after the hit.
Are we sure that's not Leo in a Spargo costume right now? That conversion was so clean, and this game might end up just being Spargo's unless acola has something to say about it as he sends Spargo to the other side of the stage. Two spot dodges, three spot dodges. Hold on.
It's actually really important to get those spot dodges because when you spot dodge Byleth's arrow, it doesn't give you shield damage, and shield damage against Byleth is really important. A lot of Byleth's moves do so much shield damage, you have to be careful about not getting it broken. But acola's been so good at dodging them instead of getting hit by them and remaining on the ground. Normally players jump to avoid them, so he is. I feel like he's hunting for something, but I don't know what. What is he cooking, Telmo?
I have no idea, honestly. A back air or forward air read, something on the tip or on the ledge could kill. It's going to start to kill. This is critical time here for acola in the set. He needs to find a kill, and he needs to find it soon. I give it like maybe 15, 20 more seconds. If he can't find a conversion here, it might be lights out for him. The show match might be over, and it might be 5-3 Spargo. He spot dodges that. No forward smash. No, it doesn't matter what kind of tools you have if they don't connect. He gets the down tilt. That could have been it. No, not quite yet, and he's pushing a lot of buttons right now, and it's starting to get to acola. He finds the mine cart. The DI there on point. He's surviving. He's going to make that charge all the way through. Okay, Spargo going to get the wall jump, the movement, the mix-up, the back throw. Not quite dead. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He looks so good and comfortable. That forward tilt's going to do it, and Spargo takes it 5-3 over acola.
Wow, incredible showing from Spargo. Incredible adaptation, and on the Byleth of all characters. I mean, I know Spargo's Byleth is incredible, but to beat acola like that, that was a 2-0 from a Byleth. If that was a best of 3, that would have been over. That would be it.
It's a best of 9, and it's over. 5-3 for Spargo.
Incredible showing from both these players. Congratulations to Spargo. Get some hard-earned cash, and wow, I mean, and some confidence going into this weekend. I mean, I have to think when you play like that against acola, like you have to be high on